Welcome to the Knit-a-thon. It is day 23. Day 23 of our Knit-a-thon. We're crafting for a cause. We are making a difference one stitch at a time and one item at a time, one donation at a time. And it's all thanks to you. This is our daily knitting, a knit-a-thon, and all sponsored for the American Cancer Society. Your donation goes directly to the American Cancer Society for this fundraiser, aka Knit-a-thon. And you also sponsor a project for me to knit. We've been knitting live on our Knit at 9 series for 23 days. This happens to be the last Saturday that we are going to be knitting live because this is going from November 1st to November 30th. And if you look at our calendar, it shows all the projects that we've completed thus far. Today, we're working on a cozy chemo scarf sponsored by Amy. And here's our lineup for next week. We have an item sponsored by Amy again, an item sponsored by Kelly again, and then Zena is bringing it home for us. Zena is bringing it home. Thank you to all of our sponsors. I so appreciate each and every one of you. On the last day, next Saturday, we're actually going to do a raffle. So it's not going to be a live knitting the way it has been, but it's going to be a finale, so to speak, of all the things that we've done, along with a raffle. And just to let you know, you can still sponsor. We're not finished yet. We have all of these items that we've completed on our overflow tracker, but there's still space available for you to sponsor an item as well. And here are the items that you can sponsor in case you are unaware. You can sponsor a cozy chemo beanie, a cozy chemo scarf, as well as a bookmarker for these are all for cancer patients going through chemotherapy. And each of the items that we create, they have this tag on it that the recipient will know who it's sponsored by, and they'll also have a message of hope as well, which is so cute. So today, let me show you what we're working with, what colors we are working with. So I'm bringing you in a little bit closer. This is a Craft Smart yarn. We've used this yarn once before on a tan project. And it's this pretty variegated color. Very, very pretty. We're also using Big Twist, this Big Twist yarn in this solid ivory color. So we're doing a cozy chemo scarf sponsored by Amy. And this project is going to have a combination of these two colors. This multicolor is just kind of a pop of color for the project for the scarf. Um, so let's get cranking so that we can complete this project within the hour. I got a bit of a head start, as you can see, and we are actually on row 66. So not that far ahead, but we did get a bit far so that we can get a head start. And it's the cozy chemo scarf that we're creating this morning. So far, I have done 30 rows of each. We have the first 30 rows of the multicolor, then 31, then 31 rows of this ivory. So now we're going back to the multicolor and we're going to do 31 more rows of that. So on my row counter, I'm going to go to 93. And then I'm going to change back to ivory. I have noticed on this yarn, not the big twist, the big twist does perfectly, but on the multicolor yarn, it has tucked a couple of times, meaning that it doesn't slide down the pin very easily. And those tucked stitches in the beginning, I didn't catch them. So I'm going a bit slower now in hopes that none of these stitches get tucked. I've noticed the smoothness is not very smooth on this yarn for some reason, but we are still going forward. And I'm just hoping we don't have any issues going forward. Have to be careful on this multicolored yarn because the stitches tend to get stuck. Once I get out of this color, I can go a bit faster. Okay, so we're now ready for a color change. We're changing from this multi back to the ivory. We're going to do just a regular color change. Do you see what happened? The yarn did not catch. Okay. Why did that happen? Why? So now we may have to get creative once again with this space here, since our yarn did not catch. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to say 5 stitches that didn't connect. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going, but I may have to make something once again for this space that we have there. I think it's because of this knot. This knot is the culprit. I'm going to blame it on that. I need to take this knot out so that I can have some slack. And take the other end out. So we have a space there that I need to add some stitch markers on. I'm going to get out my stitch markers. I think we said it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. So this is 1. This is 2. This one is hooked. I can't get it out of the needle, so I'll just get that when we go back around. Get the other 4. Okay. That's not going to work. I'm going to need to try to pick these up. So the first one is, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one maybe. Oh, this is where the color changes. So I'm going to tie this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right here is where we're going to. Actually, I'm going to do this one. Take this out. Give myself some slack. And I'm going to take this one off of the hook all the way. Trying to anchor the thread on this side. So we can work with it on this stitch. Okay. So I am really trying to salvage so we don't have to start over. Okay, so we are here. And we're just taking out all of those loops, straightening them out. I just took it off. So it's this one. Here's the last loop that caught. This was the first one. Okay. We are several rows down to where we're trying to pick up stitches. One by one. Let's see, there's 2 more. I really need to invest in a loom hook. A loom needle, maybe that's what it's called. Okay, so This one, I'll go over there, under there. Let's do this. Oops, my fault for having that open. Oh, I think we're in a place where we cannot salvage this. So we're going to just start over on this project. It will probably take me just as much time to do that as it would to try to salvage this. So I'm going to go around, get the project off of the machine, and maybe this can be something else. We do have an end of waste yarn on there, so let's just actually unravel a bit of the ivory and cut it there. So we're going in with waste yarn to start the beginning of this scarf all over. This is actually the first time that we've had to start a project over. So let's do our cast on, weaving in and out on this very first row. Going slowly so we don't miss any. Hope I didn't miss any. Going to knit a few rows for the cast on. This will definitely be a project that we will complete on the fundraiser page. But we will get it started here and go as long as we can to the hour. I think the machine is misbehaving because it does not want this to be the last Saturday. So we're going to take the waste yarn off. I'm going to knit this last stitch. And I'm going to start a new row, or the first row, with the multicolor, making sure that it catches. I'm going to change my counter back to 0. Give myself some slack. And go, I'm going to do just a few rows of this color and then change to the ivory. But I'm going slow just to make sure that we don't have any tucked or dropped stitches. knocking over my stitch markers. Maybe do 10 rows of this before we switch over. We tried to salvage the first project, but had to scrap it and start over. It's going to morph into something. I'm not sure what exactly, but I will frog it, as they say. And then down to the part where we reached the hole or where the hole started, I may make this into something else. This will be something, but we were able to get this far on this project. So we have a colorful end, an ivory end, and another colorful end. And this happened. So I'll probably frog this um, back down to this area and see what we can do after that to create something else. So this is the 10th row that we're doing on this, and then I'm going to switch to the ivory color. And hold those two together. Make sure they catch. So I'm going to do ivory for several rows. I'm just going to use the rest of this big twist in the ivory and then go back to the other color. I think this is my last ivory. But I do have, I may have another ivory in my donation pack. So I think this is my last ivory at Big Twist, but I may have another ivory because we received an amazing donation. So cool. And I want to share it with you because I'm so excited. So it's a different type of a donation. It's not a, monetary donation that came to the American Cancer Society, but a donation that is still very much appreciated. And I want to share it with you. I got a new package. I'm so excited. Got to be careful with these scissors because I don't want to cut nothing precious. Feels like I think can we cut right here. There's a big gap. Let's go this way. Surgery. Just fold this back. And bag number 1. Wow. Wow. Bag number 2. This is Christmas. Oh wait, I should go this way. Oh wait. It looks like 2 bags inside each other. So it's a bag and a bag. Bag number 2 down. Okay. Bag number 3. Oh my this? I love it. I don't even know. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh, this is so soft. I am just. Is this rust or toffee? It's ginger. I love it. This is like a heather blue gray cornflower. I love it too. Oh my goodness. This is like chocolate or coffee. Espresso. This is amazing. I am just in love. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 skeins of yarn. Oh, I feel blessed. Thank you. I gotta go knit. Oh, so cool. Yes. I am so appreciative of any donation that's given. So, having the additional donation of yarn from Bernice Walker, thank you. I'm so grateful and so excited. Thank you for sharing that with me and helping out the cause. If you are just joining, we started the cozy camo scarf that we're working on today. We were able to do this half, able to do this half or section rather, and then this section here. And we had a bit of an issue. So we had to frog it, meaning start over. But I will still do something with this that we created. But the scarf, we are starting over. But that's okay. Sometimes it happens that way. We're still going to finish this project. It may not be live here on our daily knitting, but we will definitely finish it over on the fundraiser page. If you're not on our fundraiser page, you can comment page and I will be sure to add you. Thank you, Lona and Cassandra, for joining in over on Instagram and tuning in on the live. Great to see you here watching us. This is our Knit at 9 series, daily knitting for the American Cancer Society. So I'm hosting a fundraiser. It's a knit-a-thon. I come on every day and I knit for an hour. The goal is to complete a project within the hour. That's not going to happen today. It's going to be completed today, but not within this hour because we had to start over. Um, so when you do donate to the American Cancer Society, my fundraiser specifically, you also sponsor an item for me to knit. You can either sponsor a cozy chemo beanie, a cozy chemo scarf, like we're working on today, or a bookmarker. And these will all go to cancer patients that are going through chemo. Something they can tangibly hold on to, hope they can tangibly hold on to, comfort and something cozy for them as they're going through their treatment. I know firsthand that cozy items are needed for cancer patients because as my mom was going through chemo, she was always looking for a blanket or a hat or something just to keep her warm. So your support goes a long way. I very much appreciate it. For the scarf that we're creating, the scarves are created by knitting 220 rows. A row is going all the way around the circumference of the machine once, And we're doing that 220 times. We're actually on row 50 right now. But we're going to finish this ivory color and then go back to the variegated color. I think it's very cool to see the way variegated yarns stitch up. Like these stitches over on this side of the project look very staggered, very pretty, very spaced out. While the ones on here, they look more chunky, like they're more gathered, but it's still very pretty. Creates a unique pattern out the length of the yarn. Let's take a look at what your support means to the American Cancer Society because it really does mean so much. A lot goes towards education, towards research, and just information and supporting cancer patients as well. But it's important to just really take care of your temple if you are someone going through cancer, even if you're not, because our bodies are our temples, right? And we need to take care of them the best that we can, physically, mentally, as well as spiritually. Yes, your support goes a very long way. Supporting anyone you know going through cancer with words of encouragement, words of affirmation, scriptures, just letting them know you're thinking about them. Or if you don't have the words, just giving them a gift to let them know you're thinking about them. We're going on to row 70, and I'm going to end this here and change the color back to this variegated color. And I'm going to do 20 rows of this. I may go a little bit farther than that. Making sure this catches. This project may very well morph into a chemo beanie instead of a scarf. 2 chemo beanies. This tail is catching. Let's bring you in closer so that you can see what's going on. Tie this color change over on the edge. That way we don't have to do it when we take it off the machine. Well, actually, we started with waste yarn on this do-over, so I won't be able to make a beanie. I mean, I could still just have that waist yarn underneath on the inside. I'm thinking out loud here. We're changing as we go. The plan was to create a cozy chemo scarf, but I think now creating a beanie, because of the way this yarn is cooperating, or maybe I should say not cooperating. Now it seems to be doing okay. But if we are doing the beanie, we still at least have to get to 140 rows. We are at 80 right now. And we may be finishing this on the fundraiser page. Something is jamming here. Doesn't want to go under. This yarn is being difficult today. I don't know why. Maybe it's saying I'm going too fast. I need to slow down. We're slowing down. Giving it some slack. Trying to keep my eye on the stitches to see what they're doing. Like once you watch the bad child or give them the evil eye, they whip their behavior into place. I'm watching it like, what are you doing? I'm watching you. Are you behaving? So far, yes. I'm just going to take my time and get through it. The color is working out really pretty. I like the way it looks and the way it grows. If you're a knitter and interested in learning more about the machine that we're working with, let me share with you more about the Addy Express circular knitting machine.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Knitting at 9. Today I want to share my fantastic Addy circular knitting machine. This machine has 46 pins and it allows me to knit tubes and panels really quickly. It's a game changer for my knitting projects. What I really love about the Addy is how user friendly it is. I'm new to this circular knitting machine, but it is perfect for both beginners and experienced knitters because you can go above and beyond. And the quality of the finished items, it's just amazing. I got my Addy set up on my Dreambox table, the ideal crafting spot. It just really keeps everything organized so that I can focus on creativity without distractions. I'm really excited to explore the possibilities with this machine throughout our series. Let's dive in.
The machine has really been an amazing workhorse for our 23 days of crafting for a cause. And we're not done yet because we're going all the way up to November 30th. While the 30th is not a day that we're going to be knitting, the 30th is the day that we're going to be celebrating our sponsors, showing some of the projects that we have created, the sets that go together, as well as doing a raffle. There's going to be a raffle for our sponsors. Did you know about it? Let me share it with you as well. Hey, sponsors, donators. I don't know if you know, but you are going to be entered into a prize drawing. It's a raffle for your donations. And if you haven't sponsored or donated yet, you still have time to enter into the raffle if you are listening to this in between November 1st and November 30th. You still have time to enter into this raffle. How do you enter? By donating to the American Cancer Society and sponsoring a knitting item. I am raffling off 3 items, 3 winners. Thanks to Sherry, that's going to be 3 winners. Yay, Sherry. So I'm raffling off my positive affirmation. This is a blank notebook that you can use for journaling or however you want to use it. Grocery list, thought list, brainstorming, whatever you need, right? This is my positive affirmation 90-day prompt journal. This is intentional. There's also a bookmarker in here, which is a card. But this takes you through 90 days of affirmations and 90 days of journaling and 90 days of scriptures associated with your daily affirmation. And it focuses on self-confidence. So 90 days to unleash self-confidence. This is my first volume of my positive affirmation series, first of 4 volumes. And also this positive affirmation zipper pouch. What can you use it for? Whatever you want. It's a big sized zipper pouch. I guess this is about, it's close to the size of 8.5 by 11, but that's not the exact size. I don't know what the size is, but you have this to store all the things that you want to store in there. 3 winners to win one of these items. So if you've not donated or sponsored today, what are you waiting for? Yes, you definitely still have time to donate to the knit-a-thon that we're hosting. We have actually met and exceeded our very first goal that we set for the fundraiser, which was $500. When we exceeded that goal, we set another goal of $700. We met and exceeded that. So now we have a goal of $900, and we're so close to that goal. I think we're like $43 away from that goal. And just by sponsoring 2 of the chemo beanies or 2 of the scarves, you will be able to help us reach that third goal that we have. And if you're interested in sponsoring, you can check out the information in the description of the video wherever you're watching. We're streaming on Facebook. You'll find the sponsor donation link there. We're streaming on YouTube. You'll find the sponsor donation link there. And we're also streaming on Instagram. And I will be sure to add the sponsor donation link there as well. So no matter your platform of choice, you'll be able to donate to the American Cancer Society. and sponsor an item that we can create so that we can reach the second goal that we want to reach. Here, once again, are the items that you can sponsor: the chemo beanies, chemo scarf, cozy chemo scarf or beanie, and the bookmarker. As I mentioned before, we're so close to our goal for reaching the third goal that we set. And if you're interested in seeing a visual of our fundraising journey, I want to share it with you. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, where we are on the project now, we are 122 rows into the project. So, I'm thinking what I should do. So, I can go to 140 rows and create this into a beanie because it is working up, it's cooperating now. Or I can finish this half of the project and then I can just connect them together with a crochet and make the scarf that way. I think I may do that so that I can go ahead and put the two ends together. So the first piece that we have, this is, I think we almost reached 100 rows. We didn't quite reach 100. We were at like 93 or so, or maybe a little over 93 because we did start with the ivory color. But I think what I want to do is put these two together with the crochet. So I'm going to go a few more rows on this end of the cozy camo scarf and then join it with the other end with a crochet hook. And since we're out of time for the knit-a-thon, I'm going to finish that over on the fundraiser page. And if you want to see what it looks like, definitely comment page so that I can add you to the fundraiser page. But before we go, I do want to share that the project that we're working on now, this is sponsored by Amy. Thank you, Amy, for sponsoring this project. We're getting it together for you. It's going to be amazing. I have found that the projects that have an issue during the live, they end up being amazing because the creative juices start to flow and it just becomes something beautiful. That is what's going to happen to this as well. So thank you for sponsoring this project. And I also want to say thank you to Pamela for sponsoring our overflow project today. This is the Cozy Chemo Beanie that was sponsored by Pam, and this was created as an overflow project. And it actually coordinates with the another overflow project that we created this week as well. This scarf. How cool is that? Let me show it to you on the full screen here. This is a previous Cozy Cable scarf that was created. And this is the Overflow Project sponsored by Pam. Cozy Camo Beanie, of course, it can be worn straight without flipping the brim, but you can certainly flip the brim and wear it that way. Thank you, Pam, for sponsoring this project. And these two complement each other. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this Cozy Chemo scarf. And sponsors, you'll find the finished results over on the fundraiser page. I definitely appreciate you watching today as we had our issues, but we're correcting them. And I will not see you tomorrow because Sundays are our days off for the knit-a-thon. But I'll definitely see you back on Monday. Janet, Janae, and Addie are saying bye for now. Janae actually has a wash day today. Today is hair wash day. Until next time, thank you for watching.